Okay, New York session done. Took one trade on US30. Um, so I'll get right to it. So US30 news. Didn't like US30 in the beginning. I preferred NAS, but once news hit, I preferred US30. US30 faked out the previous day high right above this previous week high breakout, and so whenever that happens, it turns into a breakout reversal. So we're above the breakout high, faking out a previous high. That's a breakout reversal. So every time that happens, faking out a previous day high, take it down. Fake out a previous day high, take it down. Faking out a previous low becomes a breakout continuation and bring it back up to the peaks. So this one faked out really strong H1 candle, faking out that previous day high. So I attempted this move down, took it straight off the M15. Took it off the M15 first, like this, straight off this one candle. This took out this bullish breakout level on the M15 as well as the next one. So that turns this chart bearish. I was looking for a trade all the way back down to the previous week high, but I did recognize that here's the H8 breakout level, and we have another one over here. So I did expect some sort of turbulence in this area, and we got it. And I took some partials here and came back and got break even. So as this trade happened, I don't like to trade with such a big stop loss in New York. So I did try to drop down. I took a full position here, but was looking for a pullback, which I never got. If I had got a nice pullback that faked out a higher time frame level, even just like an M5 level, I would have entered. Uh, Here it fakes out an M5. This was the first time that it fakes out an M5, but did not take out the bullish breakout level until far down, and that was too close to my levels. But if this had happened higher, what I would have done is I would have entered. Let's say it's this candle. I would have entered here, stop loss, tight stop loss in New York. I trade aggressively, target all the way down to previous week high. I would have taken this as a half position, and then I would move my stop loss of the first one down to break even. So, um, yeah, so I would still lessen the risk that I have, and I would have my full risk, but a tighter stop loss. Um, but that didn't happen. Ended up taking partials as it started to pull back. Fake down started to pull back. So I didn't take much here. I only got, I think, maybe 1 hour or so. Let me see. Yeah, about a little, slightly over 1 hour. So that was the only trade I took. Yeah, so I did not take anything else. What I saw on, so coming into the session, I really wanted oil. Oil was the one that I thought was going to be the best trade. We had a breakout, right? We've had actually a string of breakouts here. Breakout broke below it, high of the day sell. Another breakout broke below it, high of the day sell. And then yesterday, or a few days ago, 2 days ago, broke out. And this one did not have a higher day sell, but it ended up flipping that breakout level, closing as an inside day above that breakout level. Um, So whenever this happens, whenever you go from a breakout low and go lower, the peak is not locked in. But once you go from a breakout low and price flips it and fakes that out, then there's a big chance that this becomes a peak formation and price is starting to head back upwards. And so what I saw on oil inside day flipped that breakout level, and I saw that this was one of the breakout levels that I was looking at. London already took out the last bearish one, and I looked at the next one. So once price broke out above this previous day high, it becomes a breakout, a counter trend breakout. So we're going from a breakout low. We had that breakout reversal. Um, breaking out of the previous high is a counter trend breakout. Those almost always head straight back to the breakout level. So broke out of a previous day high. I was really hoping that this would stay intact by in New York, but it did not. My session starts 8 o'clock. Earliest I could have come in was the first hour of New York, but I tend to not trade that. But it was already gone. Happened in the gap between London and New York. Probably would have taken this M15 low fake out straight up. So did not trade oil. That was gone by the time that New York came. I considered taking a breakout, but it never did anything. Just kind of just stayed there and didn't give me any entry, or yeah, never broke out of that. Um, yeah, so that becomes that whole thing now becomes a, if it stays like this and doesn't come back down, this becomes a peak formation on the weekly. Previous week low, and we still have that week breakout low right up here. Um, yeah, well, I'll have a look again on Monday. Not gonna assume anything happens. Yeah, so that was that. Nas coming into the session, Nas was the one that I wanted to take. What I saw was bearish breakout day, coming from a strong day that changed bias, right? So it flipped the breakout level. Whenever that happens, it's a good breakout. Flipped it the other day, so I was looking for that continuation down. However, I did also notice that it rejected price right at the one of these bullish breakout levels. And so that's not a good sign. If it rejects that, that means this whole peak is not um, not locked in. As long as it stays below here, I could still take a sell from up here, buys from down here. But I also saw when I get mixed bias like that, I look at the lower time frames. Here's a H8 breakout level, and it also broke out above a previous H8 high. So again, when you're at a breakout level and you break above a previous high, that's a counter trend breakout. Those almost always head right back up to that breakout level, and in this case, it did. I did not had mixed bias over here. We had that a breakout. H8 was in breakout over here. Uh, Daily was breakout low. Did not want to get involved in this choppiness. Price pushed it back up straight to that breakout level, confirming the counter trend breakout for me. But I did not enter. So the move I was waiting for was actually that the breakout to the top. Once price didn't get below this M15 fake out, M15 close as an inside bar, then I knew that this was going to come straight up. But it's not. If I don't trade these first minute breakouts. I know some people who do, but it's not my style to do that. Um, yeah, so I don't do that. The next one I would have taken would be this M1 fake out bar. Would have taken tight stop and uh, target the previous day high. But since we have this breakout level right here, I would be expecting some resistance over here, and that's exactly what happened. And I did not have enough room for me to take this trade, so did not take Nas because of that. And then it broke down, and I had no entry after that. Probably could have taken, in hindsight, probably could have taken this M15 high fake out. Right here's a H8 high fake out. Could have taken that M15 high fake out down, but just looking at this range, it's so tight. This is a H4 range. I don't assume these things will just break, so did not take NAS. And the last one was gold. Gold was very similar to US30, um, and I ended up with US30 instead of gold. Um, News at this time, I definitely, gold is the only one that I'll never touch until news plays out. So did not come in until news came. News popped up, and then same exact thing as US30. Faked out the H1 previous day high above the previous week high, and I could actually see this as a fake out continuation move. All right, breakout, false breakout, fake out retracement, coming back up, and if this previous day high was down low, it would be a fake out continuation down. Um, Having it high up, it can be either, I can see it either as a breakout reversal or a fake out continuation. I saw this as a fake out continuation, but technically it's a breakout reversal. And once that hour closed, we were above this H8 breakout level, and I just did not want to trade straight into that. Um, yeah, so that's why I did not take this. The other thing is I had already taken the US30. I had more room to get into this one, while gold was a bit too tight for me. Didn't close below this previous week high either, while US30 was above, had better levels for me. Um, yeah, and that's it. Uh, did not trade anything. Oh, Forex, had a nice Euro USD trade in London. Was hoping for it to come all the way down to the previous day low. Once news was about to come and price was stuck here, I've been in. I've traded many times where through U.S. news, major red news, I always decide to get out. So um, been hurt a lot by that. So by the time this started to break down, I thought it was going to be good, and then close to news, I just exited my position. So I took a really small profit on this one, um, and that was it. The U.S. pairs, after news, I didn't even bother to look at them. It blew up all the setups. There was a nice. I guess I could have taken this GU trade back up. Um, which one? There was another one that I liked coming into this session. Was it US Swiss? Oh yeah, US Swiss. I was looking for this continuation, faking out the previous day high. I like that, but again, news blew up my setup. Was looking for a breakout continuation on US. There was another one that flipped bias. Um, Here's a high, breakout low to low, breakout high, breakout low, low. Okay, I guess it was just Euro USD then. Flipping bias, meaning it broke out of a high and then came down low, and that's why I wanted to trade that one. Yeah, this is a breakout high to high. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. AJ, I took a nice AJ trade um, in Asia, and I exited again right before news. Didn't get to where I was looking for, but it did get to previous day high, and that's it. Yeah. So overall, good trading day yesterday. I wish I could have taken a bit of a better profit in New York, but still happy that I did not lose my head in all this stuff and took one trade, and that's it.